Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I am sharing my Kinky to Silky straight wig transformation routine for wigs like this. If you're wondering about the details on the wig, I will put that in the description box below. And somewhere on the screen, I will also flash the packaging. So this is, I believe, Sensational Butter Lace pre-cut lace wig. So the lace is already cut. And this is anywhere from, I guess, 24 to 30 inches. It's to my butt, y'all. And so I've had it for a little bit. And the color is balayage chocolate. So that's Balayage, chocolate. So it's just, balayage is just I believe it's like a complex level, a complex technique of highlighting hair and combining colors to the hair that just makes it come out gorgeous. You ever seen balayage blonde? Now there's a lot that goes into that because it can't be washed out, can't be yellow, all that. But I said, you know what, let me just try this in chocolate. So I've had a wig for a while, and it comes in a kinky straight ish texture, but it comes in barrel curl, like waves, loose waves. And so it was starting to get tangled, and I'm like, I was sitting there and thinking about it every time I put it on and every time that I didn't have it on, and I'm like, I want this thing straight. And I started looking for my straightening tools, and I only found this, I guess it's a 1/2 inch flat iron. It looked like a bird nest in the back right now, but don't worry about that. And I started going through little strands and detangling first, as you see here. And then I would take the little strands once I've detangled it as is, and then run that 1/2 inch flat iron, whatever size it is. I run it straight through there. As you can see, I'm keeping the mistakes in here. I do this with my hygiene videos as well. Hi there, if you're new. Yeah, I teach people how to smell good all day long. Bonus is I love Jesus as well. But I'm also a do-it-yourself girly. Do you see the difference in the silky straightness versus the kinkiness? And I know you're saying, oh, there's not much of a difference. Yeah, some of the texture is still left because I kept running that flat iron through it and pulling it tightly to make sure I can get it as straight and silky smooth as I could, because once a wig started tangling at the nape, that's what it started doing with its natural texture as it came in the packaging. Baby, ain't no telling how long you got with the wig, especially if you don't know how to take care of it. And if you do know how to take care of it, if you wait too long, then, salvaging a synthetic wig, even when you know how to take care of it, if you wait too late, you might not be able to save her either. And most people is like, oh, you can cut it. What if you don't want to cut it? This is one of those instances of what you can do when you don't want to cut it. Catch that tangling early. Catch that matting early. You see the way I'm taking about 1/2 inch pieces to match with the 1/2 inch flat iron. Don't ask me where I got it from. I don't think I even know the brand. When you had something so long, you can't even see the print on it, what the look. Yeah. 1/2 inch flat iron, I think it is. I might have to go and research and see where I got it from, but I'm just showing you 1/2 and 1/2 here of what it looks like. And now I'm starting on the other side. You see how silky smooth that is? It's got a little bit of texture, but I was aiming for it to be more silky smooth than anything so that the texture wouldn't be seen as much, but you still see the texture. And I was over here just, you got to have your water. You got to have all your stuff around you. And so that's what I'm just working with. I'm looking back and forth in whatever I have here so I can be able to see how to straighten this and like get the best result. And see, here's the thing about synthetic hair. Once you straighten or do any kind of heat, apply any type of heat to hair, then ultimately it's going to stay. It's not like human hair where it like the curls fall after a little bit. Synthetic, depending on the fiber, not all synthetic fiber is the same. It don't behave the same with heat or anything. Some of it hold, and so far, looking at her, me straightening it out has stayed. Now I got it all done, but I decided to apply more heat with this blow dryer because I kind of want to like smooth the ends out and get any of the roots I wasn't able to get. And the plug kept coming out of the wall outlet, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna just make it something fun, because I didn't have, you work with what you got. You work with what you got. And I started running the comb through it, and then the comb wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. And so I said, I'm going to just start using my hands. Now, you see me using the comb for a little bit longer. But you see how much that looked like silk right there? If I could have found my other flat iron that was probably like 1.5 inches, oh, this could have been a whole lot more smoother, but I'm okay with it. I just know I'm going to run that flat iron or that blow dryer through it one more time, or try looking for the 1-inch flat iron, the one slightly larger. But for now, this should hold. I just need to make sure I maintain it. Now, to lock in this straight textures, just so it don't bunch back up, I was mainly trying to straighten the roots when I brought out the blow dryer. I decided to apply product. Contrary to what people advise, you can put products on synthetic hair. And this is coming from a person that I am not a licensed cosmetologist. I just happen to know, by the grace of God, I just happen to know how to do a lot of things that the licensed cosmetologists know how to do. Okay. Yeah, those roots was looking a little wavy still, and I was trying to get at those, which is why I went in with that blow dryer to make up for what I couldn't reach with that 1/2-inch flat iron you guys saw me start with. So you're seeing me kind of still detangle it with the comb and have a good look at it, having a sip of water, because you got to be prepared to do stuff like this. Child, I was over here trying to do the herbal essence hair shake, and child, looking back at this, I'm like, well, I did the best I could, which is why I'm going to go back over it and straighten it again. Not, a little hair flip. Ain't never hurt nobody. Now, that little dollop there is shea butter. I have said this on live streams that I found out by mistake buying another wig, not this one, that shea butter works wonders for maintaining the life and longevity of a synthetic wig. So I take a little bit and rub it through my hands until it's almost like melted. Shea butter melts at room temperature in our hands with our natural body heat. And so I rubbed it through both my hands, split my hair in half, and applied on both ends. This is going to not only seal in this synthetic fiber hair shaft, this is also going to maintain the straight look until I'm able to run heat more through it. Now, I know you might have more questions like, well, what happens if I apply heat on this? Got shea butter, ain't it flammable? No, I've proven that theory is wrong on a live stream, and I'm here to reinforce it for you today. Look at my wig sliding back. Anywho, when you apply heat on synthetic hair that has shea butter, been treated, whatever you want to call it, with shea butter, in order to maintain it, it keeps down the tangles. It minimizes the tangles to almost nothing. That's a fact. I could point out a couple videos in which I was wearing a wig in which it was full of shea butter, and that stuff sticks in the hair a long time. You heard me? All it's going to do is reactivate the shea butter, especially if it leaves a white cast. So I'm applying another layer of it after I did all of that, just because I really wanted to stay kind of straight as opposed to how it came. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous how it came, curly and wavy. But some wigs look better straight, and sometimes you just want to change. I want it to last a long time and be manageable, and it was starting not to be manageable. So you have to know what to do with these wigs, and that takes practice. So now I apply shea butter to nearly all my synthetic wigs because it just brings it to life and makes it start looking like bundles too. So what better way to do that? And give y'all another Hair shake, child, I'm over here thinking looking like a hair commercial. I did the best I could, but I know for sure looking back at this, because I like neatness over perfection, I'm gonna run that blow dryer through it one more time. Now, while I didn't do it this session, I definitely ran that comb through it. This is how it looks. Silky straight with a little bit of texture. I've used a 1/2 inch flat iron through it, and I also ran the blow dryer through it to get the roots kind of straightened to the best of my ability. And I applied shea butter twice. So this is what we're dealing with. I kept the length. I did not cut it. I definitely thought about it. It already comes layered. I'm still thinking about cutting it, so we'll see. But she looks 10 times miles better than when I started. And I'm gonna just fault myself. I did plop down the wig a couple times. You know, at the end of the day, taking it off, you gotta be careful that, because that's what that habit starts the matting of the wig. You gotta stop doing that. I once heard a content creator say that, and she said, stop flopping your wig. You gotta stop. But this is the final result. I'm satisfied with it, and I will see you all later. Kinky the Straight.
When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient. It is kind. It does not envy or boast. And it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad. And it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,